May I have your names?
Alfredo Brillenborg,
Hubert Klampner,
And what firm are you with?
Urban,
Urban Think Tank.
Terrific. Well, tell us a little more about your background, the work that you do.
So we began as an NGO in 1998, and from that it evolved for a pro-market company or for-market company, because we realized that not only were we researching the problems that the city of Caracas had, but we realized that the community was demanding solutions. So in order to have contracts with the mayors, we opened a company.
The projects that we do are interventions, placemakers if you want so, and we verticalize, for instance, sports facilities. The city grows vertically, the sports field is the same, so we thought, why don't we do this with sports? We also introduced urban cable cars, something that is well known from the mountains, probably also Swedish mountains. We introduced it in dense urban neighborhoods with no road networks at all. Pedestrian mountain cities, urban with cable cars.
So, to add to that, what we do is retrofit cities with urban acupuncture, which is a term that you know very well. We prefabricate, we capture and use space, we use local resource, we go vertical in cities. We make connections, we make centers, and we don't believe in master plans, but we believe in kind of rhizomatic, connected interventions.
I was very interested in your presentation talking about informal settlements, and over 1 billion people around the world live in informal settlements, and your work is really, as I understood it, finding ways to tap that power of really some very powerful resources in those settlements and the way they organize. Can you speak a little more about that?
It's an amazing number. 1 billion people live in slum areas. Any economy, any industry must naturally have an interest in cater some products, ideas, or methodologies to that population. Let's not forget, most products, if you think about housing, transportation, etc., are not accessible by this group. So we believe in high-end design products that are not maybe cheap, but they're appropriate, so they can enter in this neighborhood. We have to scale them down. We have to find ways how to enter in this environment. It's a completely new field, but we also know it's the future. It's an experimental urban neighborhood, and they need solutions. And Urban Think Tank is trying to delivering solutions. We map them, we scale them, we distribute them, and they're actually open source. Urban Think Tank passes on projects for free if there's an interest.
Once a mayor, most of our work has been done with public sector. Once a mayor has paid for one of those gyms, a music school or an autistic children's school, these immediately go open source. Anyone can have the plans, and therefore we hope to build a library with our friends, and there's a close network of friends that we're working with, that we can give mayors the possibility that within their 4 years or 5-year term, they're able to execute work of high caliber. Because the problem is they're not able to do it.
So what brings you to this conference, and what would you like to see come out of this conference?
I would like to see a new manifesto for this urban planet that's been discussed. Or a declaration, in better so it doesn't relate to the manifestos of the 20th century. We really need to discover what the 21st century will be about.
What specific content would you like to see? What methodologies, tools, any specific ideas that you'd like to propose?
We believe there is a lot of interest on the part of cities to execute projects, but they don't have really time. Mayors don't have time to develop them. So I think this conference should also be a platform to connect permanently, far beyond the time, the 3 days of this conference. Perhaps the document that should come out of it gives more cohesion and allows a more face-to-face work that will also make us meet again and see in a year's time what came out of it. Not only leaving a document, but also staying on it and working with it.
Yes, but we do believe that this conference could inform Habitat to create an additional platform, which would be a design platform within their organization. The design, we need to have all these examples that we just heard in the 3 speeches actually mapped out, drawn up, statistically proven, and examples that people can grab off the shelf. We need a kind of IKEA for urban design.